Not again.
Superstar, what the fuck are you
Tell her where you from. Not no below. Tell her where you from. Nigga, where you from? Tell her where you from. Not no below. Nigga, where you from?
What up, Fly Gang? It's your boy Jimmy the Don, aka Mr. Do It Himself, back in the building with another banger for you. Thank y'all for stopping back through at the Fly Trap. I know I've been MIA, but I appreciate everybody that's still hitting that subscribe button because I watch my followers going up, and I ain't dropped content in a little bit. But I promise I'm about to start dropping at least 3 videos a week. So with no further ado, hit that like, comment, subscribe, that notification bell, so every time I drop a video, you right here on time with me. Let's go.
I'm going to make this brief. As some of y'all know, I don't believe there's any fuel in planes. But once again,
You might be
I
on to
noticed
something.
something. So as y'all know, I'm going to show y'all my receipts. Now y'all check this out and y'all tell me what you think. Now, first I'm going to show you how much fuel, how many gallons, 5,000, they're telling you is burned during takeoff. Then I'm going to show you something so ridiculous that they gotta be lying. Oh, I got their ass now.
Let's see what we got here. Well, this might seem like a large number on a flight carrying. Okay, takeoff is the most fuel-intensive aspect of each flight, with the aircraft burning up to 5,000 gallons during the process. Okay.
So as y'all can see, during takeoff, it's burning 5,000 gallons of fuel. And
That's a
anybody
lot.
that's an engineer, I know y'all smart engineers out
And
there.
that's a lot
Y'all
of
know
heat.
that's a lot of heat. The combustion, the heat, the amount of fumes that's coming out, the fumes, the heat. I mean, it's got to be immense, right? Right. I mean, I would think so. So y'all got to explain something to me. Peep game. 5,000 gallons. This joint's about to turn around 5,000 gallons of fuel. It's about to burn it off. Don't let your brain shut down. Everybody's packing in behind here because this is what we do. You know, when our tiny little cars are in our garage, burning a little bit of gas, we know to keep that open. But when this is burning 5,000 gallons of jet fuel, we get behind it with our phones. 5,000 gallons. We're not going to feel any immense heat from all this combustion. So we can all be right there while it's burning all this fuel.
Make it make
We got
sense.
our cameras ready to be blasted with 5,000 gallons of jet fuel. Look at her hair blowing back.
Yeah, they should have been
Look at
melted.
how far that. It's burning fuel. Look, it's blowing her back. Do you have any idea the amount of heat, pressure, fumes, chemical? Look. Y'all really think fuel? Fuel. Look at the pressure. Look. It's blowing people off the beach. Where is the heat? These people don't got shirts on. It's burning 5,000 gallons of fuel, blowing out heat like that. Pressure, look at that. It's going all the way across the ocean. Why aren't these people getting burned? They should have chemical burns. They shouldn't be able to breathe.
Drop it down in the comments and tell me what you think about that one. A lot of these videos that I'm putting in this compilation are brain scratchers just like this. They've been lying to us about a lot of stuff that people really don't pay attention to. And that's why I like doing these videos, you know. Few YouTubers like Papa Duck, Dre OG, 19 Keys. These are people that keep your brain moving about real life. You feel me? Instead of the bullshit that they keep us focused on. The bullshit that don't matter, bro. If you get what I'm saying, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying.
Let's get into it.
I fully believe that any man with unvaccinated sperm, I think that shit will be worth more than gold.
Listen.
I believe men with unvaccinated sperm are either going to have a lot of fun or not so much fun because they're going to be like fucking milked like a cum cow or something.
Remember part 1 when Buddy was speaking about safe blood for the unvaccinated?
This for the unvaccinated too. It's not just with the sperm, it's with the breast milk. Also, do y'all know what the fuck really going on right now?
Pay
The
attention.
minute the vax people gonna need the unvaxxed people. That's exactly what's going on around this motherfucker. So if you ain't vaccinated, your sperm's some good, folks. It's gonna be worth some goddamn boy. It's gonna be hey. And if you a female and you ain't vaccinated, your breast milk gonna be worth some bread. Yeah, but y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section about all this. Like, follow, and share for more content.
And this is the stuff they don't want you to know. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
The rest?
You're being detained right now.
Okay, under threat of
For
detaining the rest.
This is a legal traffic offense.
Okay.
And I'm legally allowed to have you
Okay,
exit
okay,
the
hold
vehicle.
on.
Go
Okay,
ahead and step back there.
let me get my paperwork.
Step back here.
Okay, I don't consent to no searches, no seizures.
All
I
right.
don't consent to
Hold
any
on.
searches.
Just stand right here for me, sir.
Any seizures.
All right. So, do you have a social security number?
No, I do not. I got
Name and
an
date of birth?
EIN. I own my birth certificate. It's in my cart. Can you go in my backseat and get my paperwork? I'm allowing you.
Giving me the authority to do so.
Yeah, I'm giving you the authority. I consent for you to go in my car and get my information on my backseat so I can properly identify.
What side?
Left side.
Okay.
You see the plates? It says exempt. Notice the fee schedule. I want his shorty, the black suitcase. Thank you. I'm getting this shorty buying information. I'm gonna put a lien on. Yes, sir.
Please do.
No, go ahead and open up. Open it up.
You can bring it back here.
Yeah, you can bring it. I'll open it for you. Yep. Now, where's your elected sheriff? I want the white shirt.
He's going to go through that bag.
Okay, yeah, you can open it. No, that's my file. That's extra paperwork. It's a red folder. And I also need 2 witnesses when your elected sheriff comes. You guys are here witnesses. This is already being recorded.
It is.
Yep, I got a written injunction. I need your shorty buying information too. I want your badge number. There it is, red folder. You can get the blue folder too.
Let's take it all.
Okay.
What are we opening?
Okay, open that one. That's my nationality ID. This is the court order that lets you know I'm not black or African American. I'm a Moorish national, part of the original government, the Moroccan Empire, and it's signed off by a judge. This is my DB8, a Moon Infinite Bay, my free national name. This is my nationality ID to let you know I have the right to travel, and it's filed.
So you live on East 167?
In the Republic. Yes, I do.
But the city of Cleveland, Ohio.
Correct. In the Republic.
What's the Republic?
The Republic for which it stands, with the same Pledge of Allegiance that you pledge allegiance to. The Republic. We are not in a democracy. This is a republic.
I'm going to be honest. I really have no idea what you're talking about. So,
Okay.
If you explain it, dumb it down a little bit.
Okay, so the Republic, there's 2 governments on the back of a dollar bill.
Okay.
There's the Moroccan government that people call the
I've never heard of the Moroccan government.
Okay, there's the Moroccan government that you call the Illuminati, which is the pyramid, the RCNI. And then there's the United States Corporation that's on the right side of the back of the dollar bill, which is the Q.V. Trust of Queen Elizabeth, who you took an oath to protect the assets of their trust. My vehicle is not registered. Now we open up the next file.
There are currently 2 systems running this country, right? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And to the republic
for which it stands. Yeah.
Right. So there's a republic and there's a democracy, and they don't want you to know about that.
You said you're a nationalist, right?
Yeah, I'm a statesman, if you will.
Okay. You're what, 40? How old
43.
And you think that being a U.S. citizen is what you strive for, right?
Right.
Like,
no, I have rights. That's
Yeah.
like you guys have privileges granted to you by the government. I have rights.
What does that mean?
What does that mean is that
Yeah.
they can mandate you to take a shot if they want to.
how does that work within the laws? So are you mandated to drive 55 miles per hour?
See, the answer is no. I'm not.
I knew
I'm
that
not.
was coming.
It's a city ordinance violation, and I have constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Right. And one of those is I can travel across this country. You can't impede my right to travel if I'm not breaking the law.
Okay.
And the speed limit is not a law. It's a city ordinance violation. And according to Black's Laws Dictionary, which every court in the country goes by, the definition of a crime is when I commit harm to a person or entity, which I'm not doing any harm to a person or entity by going 80 and a 55. Now, I don't drive around speeding everywhere.
No,
I believe
I'm trying to use that as an example.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. And I do know if I get pulled over, it's going to probably cause me more trouble than I need.
It's always a loophole with the US of A. But hey, we're starting to break the code. We're starting to crack the code. More people start to wake up, faster the system will shut down. Let's go.
Years ever had a real midnight.
Google real banana and look what it looks like.
What the fuck?
Right? Everything's fake. Everything we eat is fake. Even the healthy stuff.
Real bananas aren't that long. Where can you get regular bananas? In the Caribbean?
You can't. It's illegal.
Is that true? Why did it? What's in there? Is it going to make my IQ grow?
Bro, it regenerates blood cells if you eat real food.
All right, so
it's like holding in your semen and sperm and not busting a load for a solar cycle for the whole summer regenerates blood cells and you maintain your youth. It's like stronger than fasting.
Bro, you don't mean to tell me this ain't set up, bro? Our fruit don't look like nobody else's fruit in this world. We got some crazy ass ingredients over here. Bruh, this shit is a setup. This for entertainment purposes only.
Ain't nobody talking about this stuff, because if this man is really talking about WW3, you should know that this is going to be the first weapon of choice. Even The Simpsons predicted it.
Maybe not tomorrow, maybe never, but it's coming, and soon. But it's coming, and soon.
An EMP?
You know what that means?
Hand scissors.
They go play a
This woman
deadly
explains the
game.
ramifications and the impact that an EMP attack would have on the U.S.
And I should say that the EMP committee, their estimate was 8 to 9 out of every 10 Americans could lose their life by the end of the first year. 500,000 people in the air at any given time on 1,000 flights, right? So that's lost. So that's 500,000 people at any moment. Very quickly after that, the SCADA.
That's crazy work, though. I'm just thinking about that if I didn't even think about airplanes, bro. That's people gonna die from falling out the air, and people gonna die from them planes hitting the ground. Whoa, that's crazy. They gonna play a deadly game, bro. I smell something. I smell a setup. Drop it down in the comments and tell me what y'all think about that. Let's keep going.
Systems begin to fail and you have fire, you have flood. Within 72 hours, you have meltdown at all nuclear facilities. Refrigeration has gone out at supermarkets and at the regional food warehouses. So the food supply ends. There's no access to ATMs or money or financial structure of any type. No access to your prescription medications. No access to law enforcement, and no clean water and no food.
We are terrible at listening to warnings about disaster.
Some of us think we seen something with some of these riots and a little bit of, that ain't gonna be the half, bro. That's gonna be mass chaos, bro. That's gonna be scary, like for real. Thinking about that, my nigga, like no power, no food. That's when everybody is at its high panic and all the goons coming out, bro. Especially if you live in the inner cities. That's gonna be an ugly look, and they know that. They want to see that shit happen, bro. So, hey, prep while you can, because the Simpsons already done said it, and the Simpsons is right 9 times out of 10. Let's go.
We're told it's the year 2025 because it's not, and it never was. This is a deep one, and only those whose magic lens is activated might grasp it. Time has been edited, deleted, and reset, not by accident, but by design. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII dropped the Gregorian calendar. It replaced Julius Caesar's Julian calendar. And guess what? 10 full days were deleted. Time was literally rewritten. Why? To realign with the sun, they said. But what else got realigned? Now here's where it gets insane. A theory called the phantom time hypothesis says 297 years were completely made up. Yeah, between 614 and 911 AD, possibly fake. If that's true, we're not in 2025. We're in 1728. Let that sink in. Ethiopia never played along. They're in 2017 right now. The Chinese? It's year 4722. Hebrews? 5785. The Mayans? On a whole different timeline. So what even is a year? And here's the twist. Ancient cultures followed a 13-moon calendar. 13 months, 28 days each. Perfectly synced with nature and the cosmos. But 13 was demonized, erased, because 13 represents the divine feminine, the lunar cycle, and balance. Too powerful to leave in play. So why mess with time? Because time is power. If you control time, you control history, identity, spiritual connection. You disconnect humans from nature and plug them into a system. We don't live by nature's time anymore. We live by the machines. And the more you wake up to that, the more you'll realize the clock is lying. If this shook something in you, repost and wake someone else up. And if you're new here, let's stay connected for more insights. Follow us so we can meet again.
I know I'm not the only one that feel like they've been manipulating time for a long time now, because I know I've experienced this crazy situation. Like, I set my watch to the same exact time as my phone, and a couple of days later it'll be off by maybe 10-15 minutes, and my watch, it runs off of Swiss movement. It does its own thing. It don't need no battery in it. So I don't know, it's just crazy. I know they've been doing something at this time. It just feels off. Drop it down in the comments if you feel the same way, or if you experience anything with y'all time, with your phones and regular clocks, old school clocks. We coming up on the end of the video, but I got one last video I want y'all to check out. This is just a little food for thought. Don't shoot the messenger, and this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's go.
You're feeding the dead to the living. You know the end is near. Check out this death chamber, this washing machine. They call it aquamation, where they liquefy the dead and then dump the remains down the drain to be recycled into the municipal water supply. And so people are drinking it, they're showering in it, they're doing their laundry in it, and this is happening in most states across the country. In most major cities, they're recycling dead people and feeding it to the living. What does that mean exactly? And they're grinding up the bones into powder. They call this calcium phosphate, which is going to be used for food processing, undoubtedly. Maybe in your vitamins. And so what are the implications when people start eating dead people, like cannibalism? Is there going to be kuru running around out there? Mad cow disease? What about in a spiritual sense? What is that like when you're eating and drinking dead people? Of course, they're spraying this on the food supply. Irrigation. They're using dead people as compost, and people are drinking it. So what does that mean? What does that feel like? Ladies and gentlemen, obviously this is another satanic ritual that's being performed before our very eyes. And essentially people are being raped by this death juice as they're forced to drink it. Talk about drinking the Kool-Aid. Now they're drinking dead people in the major cities. That's why they're all crazy in these big cities. They're drinking dead people, and they don't even know it, for the most part.
Makes sense.
And they keep finding human DNA in the food supply. What do you think that's all about? It's probably not just
a coincidence.
Aquamation, but they're probably grinding babies and who knows what else in these meat processing plants so that people will eat human flesh without even knowing it. That's how these cult members get their kicks, ladies and gentlemen. Quite literally.
And then that right there is just like really get you thinking, because remember, Simpsons had that episode about when Krusty Burger was turning people into zombies because they was eating human meat. And then you think about how we've been talking about all these cemeteries filled up and they ain't been building no other cemeteries, and where all his bodies going, and then it starts to make sense, right? And then in all these inner cities with all the chaos, because basically that's what eating human flesh do, make you like make people crazy, right? And then another one, just like they clone Tyrone, the movie with Jamie Foxx. That's crazy, man. Well, thank y'all for stopping back through at the Fly Trap. I'm Jimmy the Don. Don't forget to hit that like, that comment, and that subscribe. Hit that like button, share this video so it could get in the algorithm and more people could tap in and be a part of our community, and we have more subscribers. Thank y'all for the coming up on 300 that I have now, and we just going up from here. To the next video, y'all. Peace.